edition of Candy's Council Corner. And you can see I have the lovely Miss Sue with me.
Good morning.
And Anna Vitrano is our camera person, and Julia is her, I don't know, I guess her gaffer. So, you can't see them, but there they are. So I'm going to make a few announcements, and then we'll get to Sue's purpose. So, as we know, VBS isn't going on this year because we didn't get the enrollment, and that's understandable. Kids are tired of being online. They want to run around their backyards. The youth gathering has been postponed for a year, so we have an extra year to fundraise for that. That's wonderful. There is a camera on our mailbox that will tell us who's using the food pantry box so that we can keep track. If there's somebody there all the time that we notice, we can keep track of them, and maybe they need more help. Anna Vitrano, behind the camera, is our family ministry person on council, and she's going to be setting up some tutoring for the fall. So if she reaches out to you to be put on a list so that kids can reach out for the help that they need in the fall, if they're learning remotely from home or they're doing the hybrid, just take a little pressure off the parents, because, you know, sometimes we get tired of each other. Okay, let's see. We are waiting on a plumber to fix the women's restroom. Bill's got that under control. The Project Freedom Labor Day picnic. Sue is considering boxed lunches that we will be able to take to Project Freedom and deliver. We are also in the process of putting a council bulletin together so that each council member will write a little blurb about what they do, what they're excited about, who has helped them, and they can send that out to the congregation. Maybe there's something that will excite you and you'll want to be involved in it. So we're getting that together. Now we're going to go to birthdays. Our August birthdays are Cindy Kramars, Lynn Kelly, Ludwig Nesgoda Butch, Renee and Virginia Pfaff, Joseph Leidica, Paul Gebhardt, Jackie Drock, Pat Hernandez, Arlene Fontana, Hayden Fuse, Cameron LeCain, Catherine Liphart, Allie and Samantha Schneider, Dana Cox, Sandy Retzo, Caitlin Eves, Chris Castano, Joel Andruski, Ann Gerhardt, Liz Adams, Emily Liphart, and Julia Yee. Anniversaries are Marge and Bill Hardifer, Chris and Lori South, and Michael and Helen Roscoe. And we have one very important birthday this month. Paul Stombaugh is turning 95. And Paul, if you happen to see this, we love you and we miss you, and happy, happy birthday. And maybe everybody wants to send him a card, but send everybody cards. So that's the announcements for today. And now Miss Sue is here so that we can talk about the new stewardship campaign for 2020. So she has my talking points here so that I don't ramble. So, not that I do. So first, I'm just going to talk about who's on the stewardship committee. Is that okay?
Sure.
So the stewardship committee is Sue is our chair, and then there's Pastor and myself and Arundel and Al Cow. So that is who has been bothering Sue with stewardship things. And our first talking point, I guess, is the pandemic and how that has affected just everything and everyone. And what do you see as the effects maybe on church or...
So the churches, like everybody else, has been impacted by the pandemic. But what we've seen is that our God is still faithful to us, even in the midst of this, and God is generous to us. And I see that the people of congregation have been so generous in the little food house that's in front of our church, and people have been generous in spite of tough times. So to me, that's reassuring that in the midst of this, God is with us, and people are still being so very generous.
They really are. And know that we appreciate everything. Everything. Stewardship isn't just about money.
No.
It's about time and talents, and in these times, finding new ways
Absolutely.
to give. Okay. Yes. So the latest happenings for stewardship at Resurrection.
We're beginning to share generosity stories.
Yes.
And the impact of these stories, like Val Nebbia has shared stories from the food pantry that touch all of our hearts, and Pastor's been incorporating generosity stories as part of opening comments and also as part of her sermons. And when we focus on those generosity stories, they tend to cultivate more generosity. And we're seeing like a join us culture evolving where by sharing this generosity, we can look at more ways that we can be generous. And this generosity is what funds our missions and our ministries, and it's the spark for new ministries.
Yes.
So it's an exciting time that
It
we're part
is.
of.
It really can be. And we want to make sure that people know that if they have an idea for a ministry in this time, something that would benefit our church family, reach out to one of us. Reach out to somebody on council because we're interested in everybody's ideas and inputs, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. And then we have to talk about the plans, which are kind of exciting for the 2021 stewardship campaign and what's going on.
So, Resurrection is going to be joining along with the New Jersey Synod-wide stewardship program. It's called Beginning the Culture of Generosity. And it's going to provide the framework for our 2021 annual campaign and also a year-end appeal. So we're excited to be part of this that the whole Synod is helping develop. So
Yes.
a lot of exciting things are going to be happening.
Yes, because there's an online class.
Exactly. There's going to be like 6 Zoom sessions that start September 1st through the middle of November, and then there's a lot of videos that accompany this.
Yes.
And everybody is welcome to join us. There's going to be live sessions, and it's going to be recorded, so you're welcome to join and be part of this.
And to find out, to see what's going on, what
Yes.
this culture of generosity and join us in generosity, what that really boils down to. Of course, the stewardship committee is all going, but anybody from council is
Yes.
welcome to join. And if any of you would like to listen in on some or part of that, feel free to, right? So we talked about stewardship is more than just money. Yeah.
Exactly, because so often we think that stewardship is just putting your offering each week in the offering plate, or giving it online, or simply giving. But it's giving of our time, of our talents, of our energy, and that's where we get everybody involved. So it's just not the committee members that Candy talked about, but it's everybody that's here is part of our stewardship, and that's what makes it such a vital part of our congregation.
Absolutely. It has to be, because the time that you put into things is as important as any money
Yes.
that you can give. Because if people aren't willing to help with a ministry, then the money just sits there and doesn't do anything. And we talked about the stewardship program. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this about stewardship? And
I just think that stewardship is the foundation of all of our missions and ministries because it's us being involved and it's how we share Jesus within our church and within the community. So please stay tuned because there's exciting things happening and you're all welcome to be part
it
of it.
is,
So
because,
thank you.
and I'm going to have more people on this little talk show chat. We'll try and get, I think Jess and Morgan Clark are next. We'll see so watch for upcoming things about the ministries that are happening and what might excite you. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, be safe, wash your hands, and wear a mask. Thank you all, and take care. Bye-bye.